It's hard to find operators who want to run rollers and haul trucks. So why are we still looking for them? These are some of the most repetitive jobs on an earth-moving site, and also some of the hardest seats to keep filled.
Somebody who has felt the pressure of production, they tend to be extremely motivated if you offer them another way to produce and produce more with their crew.
For years, autonomy has been pitched as the solution, but for most contractors, it's come with big price tags, complex installs, or brand new machines. But what if autonomy worked with the equipment you already own?
So we're a retrofit autonomy. So what that means for the customer and the contractor is you can use your own fleet. We come to you.
I'm Jordan Waldschmidt, and today on the Iron Insider,
we're talking to Dick Zhang, co-founder of Bluelight Machines, a company bringing autonomous retrofit kits to rollers and haul trucks, turning your equipment into supervised autonomous solutions.
We're breaking down how it works and what it means for productivity, safety, and labor on real job sites. So let's get into it. All right, well, Dick, thanks so much for joining us today. We're not talking about the future of autonomy today. We're talking about what's happening right now. And in fact, we actually have a roller running autonomously right behind us. So can you tell us a little bit about Bluelight Machines and the problems that you're really looking to solve for contractors?
So the high level, I guess in a word, it's production is what we're trying to help contractors with. Productions with compactors, production with hauling material. Concisely put, so we're a retrofit autonomy. We're a supervised autonomy, and we're an AI-powered autonomy. So what that means for the customer and the contractor is you can use your own fleet. We come to you. It's kind of like a buddy system. The autonomous roller gets paired with your dozer hand or your grader hand. And then this AI part of it means just as the fleet rolls more, everybody gets better. And it's kind of like your iPhone. You get software updates and we wake up learning new things. So that's what Bluelight is. And then by the numbers, just to give you a rough size and scale, so we're on 4 continents now. We have 24 dealer relationships to help, boots on the ground with our customers. We have now in the hundreds of live autonomous Bluelight machines. And then as part of this week's happenings, we're announcing our customers have rolled 1 billion square foot of material autonomously with 0 injury. So that's Bluelight.
Amazing. Yeah, that's great progress in such a short time. And I know a lot of contractors probably think that autonomy is expensive or complicated, or they just don't even have the time to think about learning how to use it. What are some of those biggest misconceptions that you've heard from contractors? And how are you really making Bluelight simple to install and get going right away on the job site?
Yeah, there's probably a few misconceptions. The first one, not really touching on your easy to install. I think the joke that always comes up is, we're going to install the Bluelights and then kick back and go for beers. I think it's just the wrong visual, as part of this concept of the autonomous machine following up with your dozer in the fill. It's kind of a buddy system. And again, our tagline is we're out here to just help operators get more done and make more production. And so to that vein, we as Bluelight, we try to make it extraordinarily easy. And so install, we're talking 2 hours on your roller, on your site. Training, it's on your iPad or your iPhone, whatever device. Training happens literally in 4 minutes. I could teach you how to run the thing. But then there is a real learning curve. Like it's a new shovel, it's a new means, and it's a new method. And building that trust, it doesn't happen overnight. And so we're doing everything we can to make the technology easy, affordable, fast, and then we do everything we can to help contractors go through that sort of journey, learning curve.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at helping a contractor get started, is there a best first project or a phase of a project that you would recommend this be the first one they go with?
Yeah, I think so. At a high level, you tend to do a lot of compaction when you're at the site work stage of a project. If we've got 15 stories of steel going up, yeah, you might need a roller here and there, but it's probably not a heavy hitting machine. And then with the articulated, like the autonomous articulated trucks, definitely we find, right from the get-go, you get your 7-day letter and you're hogging out the pond. Perfect place to start. It tends to be just a few trucks and limited personnel on site. It's a little bit of a lower pressure situation. So yeah, from the first pond going, right after clearing and grubbing, and then as soon as you open up the site and clear and grub, and then all we're doing is moving big material, sort of getting shape roughly right. We find that's a spectacular place to start. I think another sort of interesting pattern too, as we work with larger contractors that are doing these like mega jobs, flagship jobs, hundreds and hundreds of trucks, very high-end, like massive data center campuses. It feels very natural to want to take the autonomy to these like monster flagship jobs. And we can be successful there, don't get me wrong, but what we find is pressure for production tends to be very, very high. And it's just like, unless you have been there on site, 6:30 in the morning, and like, we got a goal, we got to produce 100,000 yards today, there is no time for anything else. And so we've done it very successfully with those who build on those flagship jobs. But if as a contractor, if you have the option to, we find a pond or a smaller job, 3, 4, 6 trucks, maybe 1 or 2 rollers, somewhere where you have some room to learn new means and method, we find that's a better place to develop trust in a new tool.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point to make. I would assume that, young people might be the most likely to catch on to this, but what have you been seeing on site in terms of adoption and really finding that technology champion?
We find this champion operator, a lot of times it's the younger operators, like they grew up with iPhone, and so this, flicking around on the screen, super second nature. Actually, more successfully, we find anybody who has felt the headache of, compaction holding up the job, and somebody who has felt the pressure of production, they tend to be extremely motivated if you offer them another way to produce and produce more with their crew. And so, yeah, a lot of times it's the younger operator or that new foreman. But honestly, some of our best operators, like blue light users, are 25-year dozer operator veterans, superintendents that have been doing this for 25 years. And it's just, a slightly less headache way to make more production. It's very compelling for them.
Yeah, and I know safety, of course, is always a non-negotiable on the job site, and you guys have already hit a huge milestone with your safety for these machines. What kind of things have you built into it to ensure that safety around other machines on the site and, of course, people on the site?
Yeah, it's an important topic. I guess now we've been around for a couple of years, I can lead with the resume. With our announcement of 1 billion square foot of autonomous compaction with zero injury. That's been an important talking point. Not zero incident, by the way. You do 1 billion of anything, there's going to be incident. And I'll speak to that in a second. But, we've been on now dozens and dozens of data centers. We've been on battery plants, car plants, very high stakes jobs. And we install with the contractor, and then we bring the GC safety team in. We bring the owner safety team in, the data center safety team. We do the dog and pony and explain it, and they love it. Like in minutes, they love it. And so it's been extraordinarily successful from a safety perspective. But like when it comes to the technology, if you get a chance to see it, either here at a show or out on a job site at a demo with the dealer, you gotta walk behind the thing. Do it carefully. Do it very carefully, but you gotta just go walk behind it. So I'm here now in this safety area that the roller cares about, and then right about here, I'll walk out of the way, and it counts 3, 2, 1, and goes. We've seen all kinds of scenarios with, if we get kind of tilted, we can stop the roller. With connectivity, if we lose connectivity, we can stop the roller. If we lose good RTK, with the GPS, all those kinds of things. Like there's over a dozen of these fail-safes built in. So from a technical level, I think we've done lots of wonderful things. There's still lots to be done, but we've done lots of wonderful things for safety. But what I think is really important is anytime we are made aware of a safety incident, it's a very transparent process. We can look at logs. We can talk with the folks on site. We can understand what happened. Most importantly, almost all of the time, there is something that we can do either with technology or with process and training to improve the safety system. And the few notable times there has been a safety incident where we can improve the software or the technology, we do it extraordinarily quickly. Like I'm talking 36 hours quickly. The new safety technology is built, it's tested, it's installed, and then the magic of it is we can ship a software update and all of a sudden rollers on 4 continents wake up and everybody becomes better. And so it's this very transparent process. It's like this industry-wide movement. As we all roll more, everybody gets better, everybody gets smarter, everybody gets safer. So that's been super exciting.
And it's just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, and only snowballs from here.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So of course, it's all about production. So beyond just, hours rolled on a job site, how are some of your customers right now really tracking their metrics, and what's success look like for you?
So trackable metrics, the natural place to start is hours of production. And, we see rollers, we've actually had customers with various tracking like Vision Link softwares. Before Blue Light showed up, maybe idle time was 70%. After Blue Light showed up, we're talking 7%. So we're talking like a 10 times reduction in idle time. And so the machine is just doing more, when it's turned on and on the job. And then like as a job and as a site, what we find is we'll get folks that are very skeptical of Blue Light, very skeptical of the autonomy, and rightfully so. And then they'll put it to work for a week or two, and then they'll take a look at site-wide production numbers, and they're like, Dick, oh my God, like we're producing, 14% more when we get our guy out of the roller and into that extra truck or that extra pan, and now we're hauling more material as a team and as a site. And so that's where you start to get, it's like very emotionally exciting, of course, very measurable. And then that like once you start looking site-wide at production, then you start to build a lot of trust in new means and method.
Yeah.
So I'd say site-level production is ultimately the lever that we try to help.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, for those people who are ready to get started, roughly what does this cost, and what are the brands that you guys are compatible with today?
Yeah, if you're trying to get started, we work very, very hard to make this accessible for contractors. So whether you're going through dealers and you're doing the traditional sort of buy it and do the subscription, or rental, we just announced this week, you're able to now just rent the thing off our website with Apple Pay. Whether it's rental, subscription, if you want to RPO it through a dealer, like we've done it all. So we try to make it very accessible. Rough like price, if you want to look at one number, you should be in 40-something thousand, a little bit less than 50,000, all in to go. Obviously, if you rent it, it's way less, but you're talking 40, 50,000. We're talking a couple hours to install, whether through us or through a dealer. You're talking literally minutes to get going, on a device. So highly accessible, to summarize it. And then actual makes and models. We've been with Cat rollers between the B series and the GC rollers. We've also worked with the next gen Cat ADT and their articulated trucks for a good time now. We're just announcing it at ConExpo this week. The Volvo articulated trucks, this is hotly requested. And then DynaPac rollers as well, whether here or at DynaPac, at their booth or at a dealership, they are able to basically deliver autonomy from the dealer with that relationship. Yeah.
That's amazing. And I know a lot of manufacturers are offering smart compaction technologies now. Is that something that can also be integrated with this system?
Yes. So also officially as of March here in Las Vegas, we're able to speak about a development integration relationship with Trimble. So we have lots of customers in the Trimble ecosystem, lots of customers that want to get into Trimble's compaction technologies. So it's been a beautiful marrying, like Blue Light will drive the thing, and then you get to lean on Trimble's basically GNSS, GPS ecosystem, and then their whole software ecosystem. And so we're working on that integration with Trimble. There are others that we're not able to announce yet, but in a word, yes, Blue Light is here to help you run this machine, help you make production, and then whatever software ecosystem that you want to be looped into, you should be able to be looped into it.
Awesome, exciting times. Well, Dick, thank you so much for joining us and showing us what autonomy really looks like today in 2026.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan. Great to be here.
If you're a contractor looking to get more production out of your rollers or haul trucks without buying an entirely new fleet, this is a conversation worth paying attention to. Blue Light's retrofit approach shows how autonomy can be practical, affordable, and job site ready right now. Blue Light currently integrates with Cat and Volvo haul trucks, some of the top selling manufacturers in the category according to EDA's equipment finance data. Among the most popular models are Cat's 745, 730, and 725, along with Volvo's A30G, A40G, and A45G. Blue Light also offers retrofit kits for Cat and DynaPac rollers. Cat's leading single drum models include the CS11GC,
CS10GC and CS12, while DynaPac's CA1400D and CA2500D rank among the most widely financed units.
We hope this helps you in your business. To stay up to date with our latest videos, hit like and subscribe. And for more news on all things construction, head on over to equipmentworld.com.